Welcome to Bruins Overtime Live, presented by buyatoyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit buyatoyota.com. Alongside Billy Jaffe and Andrew Raycroft, I'm Dale Arnold. In the green room before the game started tonight, Andrew said, let's see an entertaining 7-6 game or something. You were close.
We got there in the end, almost. It was an entertaining third, back and forth, and Bruins were certainly on the wrong end of the first line of the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight.
Yeah, the Auston Matthews return, and there were people who were like, oh, what's the big deal? They play better without him.
Yeah, right.
How did that age?
Look at the stat line
exactly. Tonight. He was good. Marner was good. But, Matthew, Knies, excellent. Listen, the way that those guys played, and some of the things that the Bruins didn't do as well. They had a hand in some of those goals, too, that we'll show them. But effort there, when it was all said and done, ultimate execution, though, better by the Leafs.
Well, the Bruins tied things up at the end of the second period. We went into the third, tied 2-2, 3:43 in. Matthew Knies put the Leafs back out in front.
Yeah, just a play that Brandon Carlo's got to make. It's on the road. You're in the third period. It's 2-on-2, and Brandon goes. He's got one hand on it, should have it, goes right through, and not only does he miss the puck, but he misses the player, as the guys were talking about on the broadcast. And in that scenario, kind of chaos ensues, and Jeremy gets turned around as well, and somehow that puck goes along the ice.
Yeah, it ends up being 2-3 plays. You're like, that can't happen, and Swayman has the stick up at the end there. He powers over, thinking it's going to go a little further wide than it does. But Matthew Knies, you could tell, was feeling it. I mean, he jumps to the inside as a player. Then you're seeing the puck right there, and you're like, oh, this is a golden opportunity. And he takes command of the play.
Well, to Andrew's point about it being an entertaining third period, just 34 seconds after Knies scored to put Toronto in front, David Pastrnak scored his second of the game to knot things up again.
Yeah, and, the Bruins, they came hard right after him, and they win pucks. And they're going to get it back. And the way that the Bruins right there, they work for it back, this leads to Pasternak's opportunity. But it was the hard work as soon as they get into the zone. The little pull-up move, all right, but now the battle still. Geekie stays with it. Now you still stay above it. You just have your stick down, and then Pastrnak comes in, and he's got just enough time to help pick the stick. Because, again, Geekie's above the play, leads the defenseman getting his stick picked, and it ends up being a rocket by Pastrnak, who earlier in the game had a shot that beat Joseph Woll, but it hit the crossbar and didn't go in.
It's a rocket, and similar kind of a situation as the one we just saw with Matthew Knies is the goalie can't get set. It just happens so quick. The giveaway happens in such an odd place on the ice that's so unexpected. No way Joe Woll was expected, and David rips it over him.
And pardon my mistake, that was the first of two David Pastrnak goals in the game, not his second goal of the game. And he put himself in some pretty exclusive company. As we were we're going to look at it in just a moment. The points scored by natives of Czechia. Mm-hmm. He is slowly making his way up that list as well.
Climbing the ladder up there. Some good players, too.
Well, let's go now to Matthew Knies, who completed his hat-trick bid to put the Leafs back out in front, and they would not give up the lead again.
No, and he's a big power forward. I mean, he is, Matthews is a big boy, too. I don't know if people realize how big Matthews is. And you throw Matt Knies on that line, now you're talking two large humans that can move real well. Knies has a good shot. I don't know if he's got as good a shot as Matthews, but that's no shame. I don't know how many people do. But just the way that they work. And look at the body work of Matthews. He's just physically so strong. Seals the wall, gets the play, turns McAvoy, and then comes down the middle is Knies, who one time, it looks like it knuckles a little bit at the end there, but still it's a fast shot that the goaltender, can't get set again.
That's right. Yeah, it's a bang-bang play. And again, you can see 91 Zadorov stepped up. He can't beat Knies back to the front of the net. The forwards don't recognize and collapse and just give enough of a lane for Matthews, who strips the puck from McAvoy, or at least beats him in the corner. And it's just a bang-bang play like we saw all night from this top line especially.
Charlie's thick, right? He's a thick... Yep. Matthews is a moose out there, and he gets in. People always talk about how big Evgeny Malkin is. Malkin might be a little bit taller, but Matthews physically is strong as an ox like that.
Star of the game presented by Subaru of New England. Fall in love with a brand new Subaru. Look, this first line as a group had an unbelievable night, but Matthew Knies in home games this season, 22 home games, 9 goals, 7 assists, 16 points. But tonight, first career hat trick, an assist, +5 on the night. All three of these guys were unbelievable all night long. Bruins had no answer.
No, they didn't. I think these guys celebrated the return of Auston Matthews, and you could tell that they were into it. When Matthews wants to add that little physical element to his game, you got the creativity, very magical of Mitch Marner at times. He can really do some wonderful things, and then Knies becomes that other guy that understands his role. His role is getting net front.
And it was quick strike from them tonight. Yeah. A lot of nights they have a lot of possession, they hold on to pucks, and they get a lot of opportunities on the cycle and in the zone. Tonight there wasn't a lot of that. The Bruins did a good job of breaking the puck out and getting the puck out of the zone, but they did not let them off the hook on any mistakes that the Bruins made tonight. The
Bruins trailed 4-3. They pulled the goaltender for the extra attacker. And Mitch Marner scored what proved to be the game-winning goal into an empty net.
Yeah, Clutch Mitchie gets the game winner out of this. And he's looking for 23 all the way up the ice. David Pastrnak does a good job back checking. And Mitch kind of puts his hands in the air like, yeah, sorry, buddy. I had to get that one to get us a 2-goal lead, which was actually necessary.
But he got him an assist, though.
Yeah, right. He still got, and he got
right
the plus and the 5 points and the whole thing, yeah.
Yeah, there's a good read by Marner. He's looking, and he says, you know what, 88's back. I can't put it over there. He understands.
David Pastrnak got an opportunity. Bruins pulled the goaltender again.
Yeah, win the face-off, working side to side, and as they flush it to the front of the net, it's a good heads-up play by Zacha, who, you already saw two white sweaters down low. Zacha's got to stay above the puck just a little for that carom. If a carom comes out, it does, and he puts it between the legs, and David Pasternak's there to roof it past Joe Woll.
Well, that was David Pasternak's second goal of the night, 15th of the season. Now we talk about the most career points by a Czechia player. Jaromir Jagr's way above everybody on that list, but David Pastrnak has passed Vinny Prospal. He's approaching David Krejci territory as he moves up on that list as well.
How about Voracek?
Yeah, Jakob. Mm-hmm. That's a heck of a career to get to 3, and David should get to 3 this year.